Minimalism, with its promise of simplicity and freedom, seduced me. I believed less was more, but I never anticipated how this journey could take a darker turn. Let's dive into the stark realities I faced, unveiling the unforeseen consequences of extreme decluttering. How decluttering encouraged isolation. In my pursuit of minimalism, social interactions that didn't fit within the minimalist ethos became less appealing. I found myself declining invitations to gatherings, opting instead for solitude in my sparsely furnished apartment. This self-imposed isolation was a stark contrast to my previously vibrant social life, leading to feelings of loneliness and detachment from my community. The regret of discarding personal memorabilia. One of the most heart-wrenching realizations was the loss of personal history. In my zeal to declutter, I parted with items that held sentimental value. Photographs, heirlooms, gifts. The belief that I was lightening my load didn't cushion the blow when nostalgia struck, and I yearned for the tangible memories I had so willingly discarded. Strained relationships due to extremist views. My strict adherence to minimalism began to strain relationships with friends and family. Disagreements arose over what I perceived as their unnecessary clutter, leading to judgment and misunderstanding. This ideological rift highlighted the difficulty in maintaining relationships when lifestyles and values diverge significantly. Obsession overwhelms purpose. What started as a noble pursuit of simplicity turned into an unhealthy obsession. My every thought revolved around decluttering and minimizing possessions, overshadowing more meaningful aspects of my life, such as relationships, career aspirations, and personal growth. This obsession became a prison of my own making, limiting my ability to enjoy life's simple pleasures. The loss of home comfort. In my quest for minimalism, my home transformed from a cozy sanctuary into a stark, almost sterile environment. The absence of decor, soft furnishings, and personal touches left my living space feeling impersonal and unwelcoming, a far cry from the warm and inviting home I once cherished. Judgment and alienation. I noticed a growing sense of superiority as I judged others' lifestyles through a minimalist lens. This judgment created a barrier between me and those who did not share my minimalist values, leading to alienation and a sense of superiority that was both unwarranted and unkind. Abandoning hobbies and interests. The minimalist lifestyle led me to abandon hobbies that required equipment or materials I deemed unnecessary. Painting, crafting, and even baking were set aside in the name of decluttering. This not only diminished my joy, but also stunted my creativity and personal expression. Professional life and growth hindered. Minimalism made its way into my professional life, where I began to question every career-related expense. This mindset hindered my ability to invest in professional development opportunities or resources that could have propelled my career forward, stifling my growth and potential. Purchase paralysis. The fear of making purchases became a constant companion. Each potential addition to my life was met with anxiety and indecision, fearing that any new item would disrupt the delicate balance of my minimalist environment. This fear made it challenging to make even necessary purchases, adding stress to simple decisions. Practicality overlooked. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Several times, my minimalist decisions prioritized aesthetics or ideology over practicality, leading to inconvenient and sometimes uncomfortable living situations. Whether it was insufficient seating for guests or lack of essential cooking utensils, the practical implications of extreme minimalism were often overlooked, to my detriment. Identity and minimalism. As my possessions dwindled, so too did aspects of my identity connected to those items. Music, literature, art. Facets of my personality reflected in my belongings were stripped away, leaving me to question who I was beyond the minimalist person I had adopted. Unattainable perfection leads to unhappiness. The ideal of a perfectly minimalist life became a source of discontent. Reality never quite matched the pristine images of minimalism portrayed in media and literature, leading to a constant feeling of inadequacy and unhappiness with my living situation. Stress from the pursuit of simplicity. Ironically, the pursuit of a stress-free life through minimalism became a significant source of stress. The pressure to maintain an immaculate, uncluttered environment was overwhelming, contradicting the very essence of the simplicity I sought. Misinterpretation of minimalism's essence. Reflecting on my journey, I recognized a fundamental misinterpretation of minimalism. I had focused intensely on the physical decluttering aspect, neglecting the philosophical underpinnings of living a meaningful life with less. This realization prompted a reevaluation of my approach to minimalism. Experiences limited by minimalist ideals. My adherence to minimalism led me to decline experiences that would require stepping outside my comfort zone or acquiring new items, from travel opportunities to social events. This limitation on experiences restricted my personal growth and enjoyment of life. Understanding minimalism isn't one size fits all. The journey illuminated the deeply personal nature of minimalism. What worked for me didn't necessarily work for others, and vice versa. This realization helped me appreciate the diversity of approaches to minimalism and the importance of finding a path that aligns with one's individual needs and values. Neglecting self-care. In my minimalist phase, elements of self-care were deemed unnecessary or extravagant. This neglect took hold on my mental and physical well-being, underscoring the importance of balance and recognizing that self-care is not an area to be minimized. Fear of the future. The minimalist lifestyle instilled a fear of future circumstances that might force me to abandon my minimalist ideals. This fear of the unknown and potential loss of control was a constant source of anxiety, detracting from the peace and freedom minimalism promised. Reevaluating values and priorities. The experience forced me to confront and reevaluate my values. It became clear that distinguishing between what I truly valued and what I was told to value by minimalist doctrine was crucial. This introspection was a painful but necessary part of my journey. Finding balance and contentment. Ultimately, my venture into extreme minimalism taught me the vital lesson of balance. I learned that living simply does not necessitate living with the bare minimum. Finding a middle ground that allows for joy, personal growth, and contentment without the constraints of strict minimalism was key to reclaiming my happiness and sense of self. This exploration into the dark side of minimalism revealed the complexities and challenges of a lifestyle often touted for its simplicity. It's a poignant reminder that the pursuit of any lifestyle or philosophy should be approached with balance, self-awareness, and an understanding that personal well-being and happiness are paramount. As we navigate our individual journeys, let's remember to embrace flexibility, compassion, and an open mind, ensuring that our lifestyle choices enrich rather than diminish our lives.